So today we got our chickens that we butchered. We're going to can them. We just deboned it, threw it in there, whole breast, whole thighs, wherever you got. And in here we just got some boiling water. Got one bouillon cube in there. And so we're going to put enough water in there to be a 1-inch headspace, which is right below the largest ring. And you just use a butter knife or something and get all the bubbles out.
Oh.
Try not to break it. Just go all the way around, down the center. Just make sure you don't have any bubbles left. And finish filling it up. And then always wipe the moisture and rims your jars clean. And when you pressure can, they say you don't have to sterilize your jars because you process it over an hour at a real high pressure and temperature. So we just wash these jars out with soap and water and let them dry. And when you put your rings on, you don't tighten them all the way down because you want that pressure and air to be able to escape. And so you just turn them till they stop and then give them just another, not even a quarter of a turn. And then you put them in your canner. Your canner will have a line in here, probably 2 or 3 inches of water. I don't know if you can see that line on the side here.
Mm-hmm.
So put all your jars in. This one holds, I think, 6 quarts, and I think it'll do 7 pints. But we put a couple extra jars in there for just full of water to help to keep these jars from falling over. And then we'll put some water in there now, fill it up. Alright, and so chicken, and so here you got, this is your jiggler. This one is a manual, doesn't have a gauge. Some of them have gauges. So this is 5 pounds of pressure, this is 5 pounds, so we got 10 pounds of pressure. We'll turn this on high and let it start boiling. Whenever the steam starts to come out of the top, you let it run for 10 minutes with full steam coming out, and then you put your jiggler on. It'll take probably another 5 minutes before it starts jiggling, and then you'll adjust your heat so that it's got a steady jiggle the whole time, and we'll show you some of that. Put some here. So once you get your water boiling, probably not near as hard as this, we're going to put a lid on and we're going to process this for an hour and 30 minutes. An hour and 30 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. So this is 5 pounds, this is 5 pounds, so we're going to do 2 of them for 10 pounds. You put your lid on. Once you put your lid on, you're going to wait till you see a good steady stream coming out of this canner out of this spout. And once that starts happening, you let it steam for 10 minutes, and then you put your jiggler on. And it's going to sit there, and it's not going to do anything for probably another 10 minutes. And then once the pressure builds up, it'll start jiggling, and you want just a steady jiggle. Not a real hard jiggle, but just a steady jiggle. And it's got safety. It's got like rubber, this little rubber button here. It'll blow off, you know, so the chances of you blowing up your kitchen is probably pretty slim. And this little thing here is a pressure indicator. So once this builds up pressure, this right here it'll kick up, and then you know you've got pressure. Then you let it do all those steps. So you can hear this thing. You can't quite see it yet. We got a pretty good steady test ring. You notice that pressure on that. This little thing here popped up. So we're going to set our timer. For 10 minutes. And in 10 minutes we will put our weights on the top. And then we'll set a timer for little weights. Once our weights start jiggling, we will set our timer for an hour and 30 minutes, I think. So you can see I just put the jiggler on. It's not doing anything. It won't do anything for a little while. It'll take it a minute and start jiggling. And once it starts jiggling, just let it get to a steady pace. So don't worry, when you first put it on, it'll start moving once it builds up some more pressure. So it's starting to jiggle. We want it to be a little bit faster than that. And you'll know once it gets a little fast, it gets kind of scary. Start getting a little excited. Right now we're not quite excited yet. We've got this glass topping about 8, maybe between 8 and high. Only good thing about a glass top is you can boil water pretty quick. You see how it kind of stops, start back. And so that may be about right. We'll see how it goes. We may just leave it the temperature where it's at. See, it kind of stops and it's not quite jiggling. You want to continue to move. You don't want it to stop. Because when it stops, it doesn't quite have enough pressure inside. So now all we got to do is set our timer for an hour and 30 minutes. It's starting to jiggle, so we'll go ahead and set our time. And then just regulate, just keep an eye on it. Don't let it, like I said, don't let it get too sporadic and get jiggling wild and crazy. And then we'll wait. So I suspected it was too hot. This is more what you want, this slow dance. What we had a while ago was had too much pressure. It wasn't actually jiggling. So I turned it down to about 7. I turned it down to medium for it to cool off a second, and then I turned it back up to 7. And that's a good little jiggle there. So if you put it on and it's jiggling and stopping, you may have it too hot. So just turn your heat down and see if you can get, a slight jiggle like this. That's more what you want. So we took them out of the canner, and you can see they're still boiling, still kind of cooking. So I don't tighten the lids down. Once they cool off, they'll suck the lids down tight. I'm thinking if you screw the lids down, all that air and pressure is not going to be able to get out. So there you go. That boiled chicken. Canned chicken.